So first of all, Drake has dropped a new album, For All of the Dogs, and I'm gonna be real with you guys. It might be top three Drake. I'm not I'm not even gonna lie with you guys. The album is fire, bro. I really like the Sexy Red and the SZA feature song. That one goes crazy. It's probably my top three songs on the project. The 21 Savage feature song was really good, and then the Pluto song was also really good. And those were probably my three favorite tracks on the album. But this was definitely, top three Drake. The whole thing was crazy. The album art, a lot of people really hated it at first, and maybe they still do. I don't know. But like that art really grew on me, and I think the project is gonna age pretty well, especially if Drake takes a break, like I think he's probably going to do after this project. So definitely a very hype project. Definitely a very good project, and I think it did live up to the hype. I think it was something like a lot of people thought it was just gonna be like a really hard, uh, like a hard album or whatever. It was more like a softer, honestly never mind type album, but it was still, I think it was still very solid. Now, obviously, for the people who didn't really mess with the vibes on honestly never mind, they probably won't like this album a whole lot, but for the people who did like the Honestly Nevermind album, they're probably going to like this album quite a bit. And I like both albums, so that's why I probably like this album. There were some other cool albums that dropped today as well. Hannah Diamond dropped a new album after almost 5 years of not dropping. And it was a solid album. Was it better than the original Diamond album? Not really, but it was still a pretty solid little project. And then Matt Ox dropped a sequel to his um, teen rave album from last year, titled Teen Rage, and it was a cool project. I don't think it was quite as good as Teen Rave was, but I mean, it was a team. Yeah, it was Team Rave. Team Rave was the album I'm talking about. Team Rage wasn't quite as good as Teen Rave was, um, but it was still a pretty cool little project. Definitely one not to be skipped over, because the first half of that album was really bad, and I was like, oh no, bro, here we go, we're in for a bad one. But the second half actually did bring it back a little bit, so I was surprised about that, and it did become a pretty solid little album. We're 3 for 3 on albums today, which is great because next week we got a lot of really cool albums coming out. We got Ken Carson with a Great Chaos, Unless He Lies Again, and we got a new Gucci Mane album, and we got another album. Who else was dropping? I don't remember. Someone else was dropping. No, I can't remember. It is blanking is blanking for me. But somebody else is dropping. But back to albums dropping. Who was? Oh, okay. It's Offset. Offset is dropping his album. I should have remembered that, bro, because Offset has a fire album coming. I just made fun. I just didn't even remember who was dropping. It's Offset. But nah, man. Offset has a crazy album coming. Cardi was supposed to be on it, but Cardi last second dropped his feature. Maybe he's still on it, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe it'll be like an Uzi scenario where Cardi will drop the song with Offset, but it just will be like a leak or whatever, and we'll never get it or something crazy. I don't know. But that song was gonna be fire, so it's kind of disappointing. Like, fair enough. Like the Uzi song that was scrapped on Pink Tape, it was alright. It wasn't like top tier or anything, but like this Offset Cardi song, like it sounded fire. So I'm kind of disappointed. I'm kind of disappointed we're not getting it. Because the leak was fire for this track, right? And I was actually pretty excited for this one. The other ones I thought I kind of knew they were never gonna drop, but this one I kind of had a feeling it was gonna drop. So when it didn't, when he scrapped it or whatever, I was kind of disappointed. This is like a big one. It felt like, but I guess not. Cardi's doing this on purpose though. He's hyping up his album with all these really good songs that are gone for forever. It's kind of evil. But bro, if this is what he's scrapping, bro, he's got to come out with some crazy stuff. Because I'm gonna say, bro, the Killer song was not that good. I'm gonna say, bro, the Killer song was not that good, and if I get crucified in the comments, I'm okay with that. But the Playboy Cardi Killer song was not very good. I don't even think it should be on the album. I mean, it was alright, but it was like, it was not anything super special. Definitely not something I would lead the album with, but we'll see what happens. But I am excited for that album. I'm excited for a lot of albums because I think Future is also dropping an album either later this month or early next month. I don't exactly remember what day it was, but Future's got an album coming. Ken Carson's got an album. Cardi, who's probably not even going to drop. They said Kanye has an album coming, but we don't really know when that is either. And there's a lot of other people dropping albums pretty quickly here as the year is about to end up. So we got a lot of cool stuff to look forward to. And I'm pretty excited for all that. But this is Raider Knight talking about music. Hopefully you enjoyed this little commentary video thing. And I'll see you all for the next video. Peace.